Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino is here with the very latest conditions. Matt?
Thank you, Pat. Yes, we're getting reports of, a lot of reports actually, of sleet and some freezing rain to the south and west of downtown. It won't be long before we're beginning to see it in Portland proper. The mix, well, in fact, we're already seeing at the Portland airport now. We're getting some sleet falling out of the sky, 22 degrees, east winds. And you may be wondering, why is it not snowing when it's 22 degrees? I'll explain that in just a minute. But first, I want to show you Doppler radar. You can see the white. Now, that's mainly snow or sleet. And then it's interesting because we're getting reports of sleet Lake Oswego, Portland now. We're getting sleet in Sherwood, Canby, Wilsonville. All to the south and to the east, it's mainly sleet and a little bit of snow. To the west, where you see the pink and then the orange, we're getting more freezing rain. And that makes sense because it's all about the depth of the cold air. And the closer you guard, the farther north and east you are, the depth of the cold air is greater. And by that I mean from the surface up. There's a layer of warm air up there, which is why at 22 degrees, we're not just seeing snow. So as you get farther to the west, the depth of the cold air becomes more shallow. The depth of the warm air above it becomes deeper. And so we start seeing more rain turning to freezing rain as it falls into the shallow cold air in places like Banks, Forest Grove, and Hillsborough, which is where we're seeing the freezing rain. But we're getting the sleet reports in the valley proper, and that's what's beginning to march into the Portland area right now. In fact, is over the Portland area right now. So it has begun. This is the initial band. There will be more that continue overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow, when it will be mainly a freezing rain event tomorrow. But tonight, mainly a snow event. We had light snow in McMinnville. That is now turned to sleet. Sleet, Sherwood, Wilsonville, as close to Portland as Lake Oswego. And now in Portland, we're getting some sleet. And then the freezing rain that I mentioned over in Hillsborough and out in western Washington County and in the Coast Range. So the modeling, pretty consistent. It's backed off a little bit on the amounts that we get. Lesser in the Southern Valley, more in the Portland area, upwards of about 1/3 of an inch. I think our range will be between about 1/10 of an inch of ice and 4/10 of an inch of ice. But notice we saw that big bullseye out in the gorge where the cold air is a lot deeper. So you'll begin to snow. You'll get several inches of snow, and then you're going to get about an inch of ice between Multnomah Falls and Cascade Locks and even Hood River, about 1/2 an inch of ice on top of how much whatever snowfall falls before it turns to sleet and then freezing rain. And in the gorge, you may not warm above freezing until Monday. Now, this is also interesting. Up at Timberline right now, it is a bone-chilling 9 degrees. You know where it's colder? Below. Down at Government Camp, where it's 0. You know where it's warmer? Above. Top of the Magic Mile, 1,000 feet above Timberline, it's 26. That is a huge temperature difference over 1,000 feet from 9 to 26. And again, it illustrates that it's warmer up above, which is why we're not just seeing all snow. We're getting this mix of snow, but mainly sleet, and then eventually freezing rain rolling into the Portland area, Pat. So again, it's happening. The east winds continue. They will back off tomorrow, which is a good thing. And the temperatures, teens and 20s overnight tonight, we won't be warming up much at all. So light snow, sleet this evening. It'll be heavier after about 10 o'clock or midnight. Should change to all freezing rain about 2 to 4 a.m. as we're sleeping. You're going to wake up to everything coated in ice as the freezing rain continues into tomorrow. Pat?
Oh my, oh my, oh my. And we're told, by the way, the sleet is starting to fall here at Southwest 15th and Jefferson right at the TV station. So you're accurate as ever, Matt. Thank you.